Hi foodies, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you my recipe for chicken and pasta in pesto sauce. A really delicious Italian dish. The sauce is a green sauce that's mainly basil, so that gives it the color. It's really simple. It's one of those items that are on a lot of Italian restaurant menus. It's a favorite of my husband, so he always asks me to make this for him. And he says my sauce is better than the ones at the restaurant, so I'm sharing it with you today. The first thing we're gonna do is make the pesto. So pesto is mainly basil, garlic, olive oil, pine nuts, and some sort of grated hard cheese. I'm going in with the basil here, and you can chop it smaller if you want to and use a food processor if you have one. I've toasted the pine nuts. You don't have to. You can actually use them raw. I just toasted them because I prefer it that way. They just make the pesto a little darker if you do toast the pine nuts. So some people actually pulse these two things first and then go in with the other ingredients. But today I am going to be doing it the fast way. So they would just do this, and then my son saw me while I was cooking, guys, so he of course was curious, and I let him just put his hand on the blender because I find that if he feels like he had a part in dinner, in the preparation, he'll eat it more. There's his little hand. So we'll pulse this a little bit just for his sake. So we do that, and then I go in with the other ingredients. So as I said before, guys, some people actually blend out the basil and the pine nuts first before adding the cheese, but I'm just gonna go in and add the cheese right now, and then after adding the cheese goes in the garlic. I'm using some raw garlic because I don't mind the taste. We don't mind the taste, but if you can't handle the sharpness of the raw garlic, you can always roast them first and then grate them and add them to this mixture. So what we need to do now, guys, is make this nice and smooth and creamy. So we have those ingredients in there, the blender is on, and you're gonna slowly drizzle the olive oil in it while it's on. So it's presently blending everything while I add the olive oil slowly. So just keep drizzling until everything is nice and creamy, and then you are good to go. Some people actually just stir the ingredients, so they puree the basil and the pine nuts first and then just add everything else, just stir it in. But I like everything to be pureed. This is a quick video of what it looks like when the pine nuts are raw. It's just a little lighter in green, not as dark, right? But it really tastes good either way. So the pesto is ready except for the seasoning step. So we're gonna add some fresh ground black pepper, and then we're also gonna add some salt. So just add a little salt at a time and taste, and make sure you're generous with the salt. Make sure you do add quite a bit of pepper. Whisk everything and taste. Add some more if you need to, and just keep this refrigerated till you're ready. What I have here, guys, is chicken breasts. You can use chicken tenders if you want to. So I just have the chicken breast rinsed in lime and some water. I'm gonna be seasoning this. Really simple marinade today. We're adding some of that same pesto that we made, but we are gonna be going in with some other ingredients as well. Because even though this is just a simple grilled chicken breast, we want it to be well seasoned. You can marinate this in the fridge for a little while, and then I'm going to be using my grill cast iron pan to cook this because I want that grill flavor. And you can complete the cooking in this pan, or sometimes I'll just get the grill marks and then put it in the oven to finish it up. So you have options. If you don't have a grill pan, use your other grill that you have at home, or you can just cook it in a regular pan, or you could even bake it in the oven. And I'm just showing you guys this. I'm making some penne pasta, of course. So follow the instructions on the box and cook the penne pasta and then drain it thoroughly. And then we are going to be coating it with a little olive oil so it doesn't stick together, and set it aside until we're ready to add the sauce. Once the chicken is basically ready, I do add some tomatoes that I marinated in pesto and salt. So I just add it to the grill just to get it charred. Again, if you don't have a grill cast iron pan, just cook it in a regular pan or in the oven. We want to get these nice and charred and even sweeter, because that's what happens when we cook these grape tomatoes. So once the chicken breasts are ready, you let them rest for a little while before cutting them, because you want them to remain juicy. So I'm just gonna slice through, and I'm gonna show you a piece, because people tend to say that chicken breast is always dry. But guys, this was really juicy, I promise you, not dry at all. And then we're gonna check on the tomatoes. They get nice and wrinkly and juicy and charred a little bit. Perfect. Okay, so I moved everything to the dining area, and so what I'm gonna do here is toss the sauce with the pasta. I had a little pasta water left over. You can add it, you don't have to. I just add it just to water this down just a little bit, and I'm gonna be tossing this with the penne pasta that was cooked. Instead of tossing the whole pot of pasta with the sauce, I like to do individual amounts, because some people like a lot of pesto and some don't. So I usually toss it individually for each person. All right, so just toss that, and you can even drizzle some more olive oil if you want. And then we're gonna add those nice roasted or grilled grape tomatoes on there. They add a little color, but they also add a little burst of flavor, because you have all of that basil, and tomato just goes really well with the basil. It's that simple, guys. And then we have our juicy grilled chicken breast, just gonna put on top here. So you can put a few pieces, or you can put the whole chicken breast, depending on whose plate this is, right? So that's it, guys. Really simple chicken and pasta in pesto. Really tasty, so good. And I'll show you a clip of what the pesto looks like if everything is raw. This is it here. It's just it's a more bright or vibrant green, but it's all completely raw, garlic and everything. All right, and then this is our dish that we did. Really nice. Look at the chicken breast. So try the recipe, guys. Let me know what you think, and of course stick around for the cooking tips. I will be leaving those. All right, so till next time, take care.